In the moment, I didn't recognize it. Only when I look back at it and I was like, oh my gosh, that was so not okay, really, especially from Oprah.
Calling out Oprah for this awkward moment on her show in 1986.
Did she always have this body? Stand up just a moment. Now, this is what I call a bod.
Cindy Crawford has called out Oprah Winfrey over an 80s interview that drew attention to her supermodel figure. She's now revealed she felt objectified by the TV host.
Oprah Winfrey nearly 40 years ago. In the new Apple TV docuseries, The Supermodels, Cindy got candid about the way she was treated in the 1986 interview.
When you look at it through today's eyes, when Oprah's like, stand up and show me your body.
For a long time, Oprah has been accused of disgusting and creepy behavior without much evidence, but it appears we can finally get that evidence from Cindy Crawford. The supermodel has come out to expose the TV mogul's alleged evil behind-the-scenes actions, and it's safe to say no one is surprised.
As for supermodel Cindy Crawford, well, she's been posting from Nashville and making headlines for calling out Oprah for this awkward moment on her show in 1986.
She goes on to talk about the sleazy comments Oprah would make about her.
Did she always have this body? Stand up just a moment. Now, this is what I call a bod.
Unsurprisingly enough, Cindy did not like the way Oprah talked about her on public television.
It was like the chattel or a child, like be seen and not heard. When you look at it through today's eyes, when Oprah's like, stand up and show me your body.
But the worst thing is, Cindy wouldn't truly realize what had happened to her until many years had passed.
Here, in the moment, I didn't recognize it. Only when I look back at it and I was like, oh my gosh, that was so not okay.
The supermodel even attended Oprah's star-studded 69th birthday.
I just want to be a real person.
Apparently, for the supermodel, reflecting on her early career appearance on The Oprah Winfrey Show in 1986 with agent John Casablancas, she felt objectified. During the show, Oprah complimented Crawford's figure, asking Casablancas, "Did she always have this body? Stand up just a moment. Now this is what I call a body." Looking back on the moment, Crawford, who was 20 years old at the time, expressed how she felt like an object in that situation. "I was like the chattel, or a child. Be seen and not heard," Crawford remembers today. She noted, "When you look at it through today's eyes, when Oprah's like, stand up and show me your body. Like, show us why you're worthy of being here. In the moment, I didn't recognize it. Only when I look back at it and I was like, oh my gosh, that was so not okay, really, especially from Oprah," Crawford admitted. The incident is part of the narrative explored in the Apple TV Plus show The Supermodels, which delves into the lives of successful models from the 90s, including Crawford, Linda Evangelista, Naomi Campbell, and Christy Turlington. Recalling her upbringing, Crawford shared, "I never felt like I looked special or different. If anything, I wasn't like the ugly duckling. But in my high school, the pretty girls were like the little petite cheerleaders. That was what the idea of beauty was in my small town." She also explained how she had never considered modeling as a viable career path due to her modest upbringing in DeKalb, Illinois. Crawford mentioned her parents' initial hesitation toward the modeling industry, stating, "My dad really didn't understand that modeling was a real career. He thought modeling was like another name for..." In fact, her parents accompanied her to her very first modeling appointment. With allegations about Oprah potentially being a handler in the shadows, it's likely good that Cindy's parents did what they did, especially considering she's not the first person to speak up about this. In 2021, Rose McGowan voiced her belief that Oprah Winfrey pretended to support the #MeToo movement. Expressing her perspective, the charmed alum tweeted, sharing an old photo of Oprah Winfrey smiling with convicted Harvey Weinstein. McGowan stated, "I am glad more are seeing the ugly truth of it, Oprah. I wish she were real, but she isn't." McGowan, a vocal survivor of added, "From being pals with Weinstein to abandoning and destroying Russell Simmons' sick victims, she is about supporting a sick power structure for personal gain. She is as fake as they come." #Lizard. The #MeToo movement gained momentum in October 2017, primarily sparked by the extensive list of alleged by Weinstein dating back to the 1970s. McGowan was among the first to accuse Weinstein of Weinstein, a disgraced film producer, consistently denied engaging in any non-consensual acts, but was found guilty of 2 felonies in February 2020. Russell Simmons, a music executive, faced allegations of from 20 women. Denying the accusations, Simmons adopted a low profile in recent years, but reappeared in the Hamptons not soon after. McGowan's tweet seemingly alludes to Winfrey's involvement, or rather lack thereof, in a 2020 documentary titled On the Record, centered on Simmons' alleged. Originally set to executive produce the project, Winfrey withdrew her support, citing differences with the film's directors. In a statement to The Hollywood Reporter in January 2020, she explained, "I have decided that I will no longer be the executive producer on the untitled Kirby Dick and Amy Ziering documentary, and it will not air on Apple TV+. I want it to be known that I unequivocally believe and support the women. Their stories deserve to be told and heard. In my opinion, there is more work to be done on the film to illuminate the full scope of what the victims endured, and it has become clear that the filmmakers and I are not aligned in that creative vision." This is not the only occasion Oprah has been caught allegedly lying in the public sphere. In 2010, some intriguing revelations about Oprah Winfrey's life were brought to light by her unauthorized biographer, Kitty Kelly. From alleged fabricated tales of abuse and poverty to uncovering her biological father's identity, Kelly claimed to have delved into it all. One significant aspect revealed was Oprah's cousin Catherine Carr Esters, known to Oprah as Aunt Catherine, confiding the name of her father. However, Esters, 81, refrained from allowing Kelly to publish the name, suggesting that Oprah should seek this truth from her mother, Vernita Lee. In Kelly's book titled Oprah, a biography by Kitty Kelly, Esters criticized Oprah for exaggerating her challenging upbringing to garner sympathy and better ratings. Esters disputed Oprah's recollections of extreme poverty and hardship, suggesting times weren't as dire as portrayed. At the age of 13, Oprah ran away from her mother's home after becoming pregnant at 14, tragically losing her son soon after birth. While she calls former city councilman Vernon Winfrey dad, her biological father remains a revelation she's yet to fully embrace. Vernon Winfrey, too, expressed disappointment with Oprah's description of her early life, highlighting that despite her global admiration, he and God know the truth that leaves them both ashamed. In 2013, Oprah Winfrey recounted an incident where she felt she experienced racism during a trip to Switzerland. She was in Zurich for Tina Turner's wedding when she decided to visit a high-end handbag store. Describing the event to Entertainment Tonight, Oprah shared, "I was in Zurich the other day at a store whose name I will not mention. I didn't have my eyelashes on, but I was in full Oprah Winfrey gear. I had my little Donna Karan skirt and sandals, but obviously the Oprah Winfrey Show is not shown in Zurich." She explained how she asked the store assistant to see a particular bag, but was refused because it was deemed too expensive. The bag in question was a $38,000 crocodile skin item by Tom Ford. Oprah persisted, but the assistant continued to steer her towards other options, insisting she couldn't afford the one she wanted. Although Oprah didn't label this experience as a direct case of racism, she did share the incident when discussing encounters with racism during an interview. As the first and only female African-American billionaire with an estimated net worth of $2.8 billion, Oprah chose not to escalate the situation, opting not to play the race card. She questioned the necessity of such a reaction. Oprah opted not to reveal the store's name initially, but it was later identified as Trois Pommes, a high-end boutique. The shop's manager, Trudy Goetz, clarified to CNN that the incident was a misunderstanding and had no racial intent. The assistant, feeling uncomfortable about the bag's price, offered other alternatives, which Oprah misunderstood. Goetz emphasized that selling the bag was a normal part of the conversation and had nothing to do with race. And now let me tell you about one incident in particular that falls in like the last piece of the puzzle. In 2020, Oprah Winfrey found herself at the center of a baseless online conspiracy, claiming she was arrested for charges. The unfounded rumor spread like wildfire, making her a trending topic on Twitter. Newsweek reported on the false report that gained traction, stating a fake report went viral saying that she had been arrested at her home in Boca Raton, Florida, pushing her name to the top of Twitter's trending topics for several hours on Tuesday night and Wednesday morning. Responding to the misinformation, Oprah took to Twitter to clear the air, reassuring her fans that it was all untrue. She tweeted, "Just got a phone call that my name is trending and being trolled for some awful fake thing. It's not true," she wrote. "Haven't been raided or arrested, just sanitizing and self-distancing with the rest of the world. Stay safe, everybody." Oprah wasn't alone in debunking the false claims. Powerful friends and colleagues rallied to her defense, including Gayle King, who addressed the issue on CBS this morning. My story is about Oprah, something I never thought I'd be talking about, King said. She is debunking a strange conspiracy theory that was trending on social media overnight. This was actually the No One trend, a fake report that claimed her home was raided by police and she was arrested on charges in Florida. Of course, that is false. King further revealed Oprah's response to the situation and emphasized how baseless rumors can take on a life of their own, urging everyone to shut down such misinformation. Director Ava DuVernay and executive producer of The Ellen Show, Andy Lassner, also criticized those spreading and believing the fake report, highlighting Oprah's long-standing commitment to philanthropy and her positive contributions to society. But now the question asks itself, is she really all she's made out to be? That's all for the video, folks. Thanks for watching.